swing state ever since the Congress came in 1985. Since 1990, power has been oscillating in the state of Himachal. What I'm going to do is quickly take you through what the political chessboard was in terms of seat share 2017, giving you there 68, BJP 144, while the Congress stood at 21. Others at just 3, clearly indicating this is a bipolar contest. It's a state that is not very hospitable to a third party. The Aam Aadmi Party was quick to make a tactical retreat. With whoever we've been speaking to who has gone on ground seemed to suggest that it is going to be a direct face-off between the Bharatiya Janata Party and the Congress. Look at this. The vote share in 2017, 49% to the Bharatiya Janata Party and 42% to the Congress. Since 1980s, viewers, the vote share has always been even keel, neck and neck when it came down to it. The only aberration was in 2019 general elections, Lok Sabha. But that's the seat share. That is what the vote share looks like. We will also keep giving you the latest information coming in from our election intelligence dashboard. What I'm going to do right now is cut across to our political analysts and our reporters on ground, getting us the latest as lots of VIPs continue to go out voting. It's a keen contest, viewers, what has been indicated with what we were talking about right before we slipped into that break. Before that, I want to quickly introduce to you all our guests this morning. I have in the studio with me Rahul Srivastava, our National Affairs Editor, seen many election seasons in the state of Himachal. We have Vipin Pabbi, he's an author, he's a senior journalist. Joining us in the capacity of a political analyst is also Miss Manisha Priyam. Rahul, I'll bring you in on what we were talking about. You know, with what we've seen, many had constantly asked, many political analysts have deliberated on the fact that this time around the Congress is fighting a very different campaign. We don't see the big guns in terms of the Gandhis actually firing in Himachal. Rahul Gandhi has been limited to the Bharat Jodo Yatra. He hasn't been to Himachal even once, or maybe one election rally is what he's addressed. 6 election rallies by Priyanka, but even that, you know, very muted. Now they're facing off with the might of a JP Nadda, Amit Shah, and yes, the biggest poster child when it comes to a campaign, Narendra Modi. Do you think it's a smart election strategy, or could it backfire?
I think it's a very smart strategy. I think the Congress has done well by keeping a lot of external factors away, because something we were discussing earlier, that the Congress wants to keep the keep the narrative very local, in which the local Himachalis issues, the issues confronted by them, are the ones which dominate the picture, instead of getting the big guns here who say something and becomes a tutu meme between. And BJP is very good at that. BJP is very good at creating a sub-narrative which is bigger than the true narrative on the ground. And in that, by keeping their local leaders at helm, you see, for example, Anand Sharma, G23, out of favor leader, you know, bled into the campaign committee, campaigning for the party, though he feels, yesterday in an interview he said that he was not utilized fully, but yes, still, utilized still. And then remember, the Congress is a very entrenched party in Himachal. When we talk about bipolarity, remember that Congress in its ranks has leaders like Sukhvinder Sukhu is one of the, and you were saying 17, I have a list of 8 very strong probables, contenders as far as CM is concerned. And Asha Kumari, 6-term MLA. You've got Kaul Singh Thakur, who's an 8-term MLA. You know,
the problem of plenty in terms of...
Not just that, they have good leaders on the ground of their own. For example, there is a different picture in the BJP this time around. For example, somebody like, for example, Mr. Bharadwaj, who used to be contesting from Shimla, has been shifted to Kasumati. Now, what Nadda's men are saying, strong leaders have been shifted to difficult constituencies and newcomers have been brought in. So in Shimla urban, you have a chai wala, famous chai shop owner, Mr. Sanjay Sood, who is contesting the election. So that's what the BJP is thinking about the election in terms of micromanagement. The Congress is depending on its local leadership to build a local narrative to beat the BJP, which is trying to make the election national. So I think there is wisdom in what Congress has done in terms of not getting a lot of its big...
Vipin Pabbi, do you agree with Rahul Srivastava that this was the best way to go with it? Because on the other hand, you also have a Bharatiya Janata Party, which is very strategic. Where they are strong, they've held on to their candidates where they are not, either they've changed them or they've actually poached the Congress.
Rahul is absolutely correct. Congress has no match in its party as far as Mr. Modi is concerned. So they have this strategy of their own very senior leaders within the state. They have been holding on to their areas and campaigning extensively. And I must point out that none of them have been speaking against each other except Mr. Anand Sharma.
True.
But let me tell you about Anand Sharma. He has never contested an election in Himachal. He has been always into Rajya Sabha. So he doesn't have grassroots kind of support, and he is the only one who is sulking. And yesterday's interview also he said have been utilized, but none of the other leaders, they have not been speaking against each other or cutting into each other, and they've been supporting. So I think strategically, Rahul is absolutely right. Congress has done the right thing